There's nothing like a crisis to change how you think about things. The stock market crash of 1929 and the depression that followed did just that for a lot of people. 1 out of 4 workers were unemployed. The cries of "what about us" were suddenly no longer about constitutional liberties or the right to vote. Now they were asking the federal government for help, plain and simple. And President Franklin Roosevelt delivered.
If you believe in that New Deal that I believe in, so shall we win through to a better day.
The New Deal created jobs building just about every kind of public structure you can imagine. And it created jobs simply to put Americans back to work. The New Deal also created governmental safety nets, like Social Security and minimum wage, along with questions about the size and scope of the federal government that have been around ever since. Not everyone agreed with FDR's approach. The Supreme Court voted down many New Deal programs. But when President Roosevelt threatened to change the Supreme Court itself, Congress and the country said no. Then, another crisis. World War II, and an enemy that threatened the liberties America stood for. As our nation rallied, food and gasoline were rationed. Factories had to put the needs of wartime production first. Even though the war overseas was being fought for freedom, fears about homegrown spies allowed the government to deprive more than 100,000 Japanese Americans of their liberty and property. The war changed everything. It introduced Americans to unimaginable horrors and tragedies. It preserved freedom for many people around the world, and it renewed our respect for constitutional values here at home.